Manufacturing and manufacturing jobs in particular have come into focus during the presidential election. But will the sector become a major driver of the economy? For more, I'm joined by Mark Gardner, President and CEO of Sappi Fine Paper North America. Mark, very good to see you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Rhonda, for inviting me to be on your show.
So how has this push to bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. impacted your business?
Well, we've been able to manufacture a lot of products here in North America over the years and focus on the quality and the skill of our workforce and been able to expand our business. And in fact, we're making a major investment right now in Cloquet, Minnesota at our large pulp mill out there, where we have a huge investment going on to diversify the product and move it into a global market for something we call chemical cellulose.
Will you be adding to payrolls this year?
Yes, we are. We've got on site out at Cloquet about 500 to 1,000 employees that will be there during the construction phase, and we're also having a fairly large project go on up at our mill in Somerset, Maine, and there we're also adding to the payroll while we do the work up there.
So in some ways, you might be one of the exceptions. We just had the business confidence survey from the Business Roundtable. A lot of CEOs were cautious. We know GDP was revised lower. Some other economic indicators have not been as strong as some people would like. What's your assessment about what's happening right now in the U.S. economy? And are you more worried now than you were, say, maybe a month or two ago?
Well, for the U.S. economy, it's been fairly strong for us. Part of it is because we're very much focused on the quality of our products, and we have a high-end luxury type product that we produce here in terms of coated paper. It's used by companies that are still growing and still making investments in not only print, but other forms of media and using them in combination. So we're pretty comfortable with our North American coated business, and our pulp business is already a global business, and we're diversifying further in that area to allow that mill to expand and sell more product even than what it does today to countries like China, India, Latin America, and around the world.
Paper pulp prices have been on the downswing the last couple of months. Has that affected your outlook at all?
Well, we kind of expected that pulp prices for paper grades would be falling, and that was why a little more than a year ago we made a decision to take the most modern, newest pulp mill in North America, a mill in Cloquet, and move it out of the hardwood kraft pulp into chemical cellulose, which is a dissolving pulp, which is actually used in, some people may or may not know this, used in the manufacture of yarn, which goes into textiles. So we're actually moving the pulp mill in Minnesota out of the kraft paper pulp into the textile industry.
The materials sector overall is supposed to post some of the weakest earnings growth in Q3. Now, how do you think that is going to turn around going forward? Speaking more broadly for the sector, what needs to happen?
Well, we do need to see the North American economy continue to strengthen as it has. I know the most recent trends are for a little bit of stagnation, but I'm pretty optimistic about where calendar Q4 and going into next year will be. We feel that, at least in our businesses, it should be a better year next year than what we've seen this year. But we're making a lot of changes, and a lot of these changes are designed to make products here in North America where we can do it at a very competitive, globally competitive price with high qualities and good skilled workforce and compete on the global stage and sell our products around the world. So we're much more focused on not only just North America, but the global economy.
And of course, I have to ask you, you mentioned that you have this market for luxury, fine goods, if you will, on the paper side. But of course, the whole world is going digital. So long term, what is the demand for some of these high-end products that you're producing?
Yep. Well, that's a good question, Rhonda. Digital products and the quality of our paper go hand in hand. What we're finding is a lot of our customers who produce printed material are also using the digital media, and when they put the two together, they're getting much better return on their investment. Some of the studies that we've seen, if you just do a digital media campaign without the printed material to go with it, the returns are 60% less than what they get when they actually combine the two, paper and print. along with digital or internet advertising, and they go hand in hand. And for our customer base, they're doing that more and more, and they're realizing that it's not an either-or decision. It's really both. You need to reach your audience in many different ways, and the tactile feel, the touch, and the quality of high-quality paper and printed materials are still very much in demand and a great way to reach your customer base if you're an advertiser.
And Mark, what are the biggest risks for you over the next 12 months? You sound more positive than a lot of CEOs, but what's the one thing that might put a kink in your plans?
Well, probably the biggest risk or challenge, I guess is the way to put it, is that running paper mills is a hugely capital-intensive business. And it takes 12 months to 14 months to implement a major change. So as we look forward, what we're really working on and what I worry the most about is making sure that all the changes that we're doing to stay in front of our competitors and to stay in the focus of our competition and our customers is to make sure we execute those and deliver them on time. And right so far we've been exceptionally good at that, and we're very confident that we can do that for next year, which will allow us to really keep on moving and stay a step ahead of the economy and stay a step ahead of our competitors.
Sappi Fine Paper's Mark Gardner, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler. This is Reuters.